it's hard to like coherently say why I think she's not S tier.
Because she's S tier.
I,
So, what we are going to do now is listen to Mars's critique or analysis, I guess, of Zero Suit Samus in his tier list. If you want to go check out the full video, I'm not going to be talking about anything else, and I'm not even roasting the placement of the character as much as I want to talk about the analysis and where I disagree. Again, he's the best Zero Suit in the world, so he knows what he's talking about to some level, but also he doesn't really play against other Zero Suits, so he doesn't know sometimes the strengths that this character has and the how it feels to just be trapped by this character. And I watched it a few days ago, and I wanted to talk about it because I watched it and just went, huh? Like a bunch of times. So, let's go.
the one that everyone wants to see, huh? My own opinion, huh? Playing ZSS is one of the hardest things because, like,
First off, that's already incorrect. No, I'm just messing. Every character's fine at top level.
her neutral does not compare with these characters, but her ability to camp, like the best camper in the game. Oh, sorry, this guy's the best camper in the game. Just like doesn't outweigh the fact that everything else is the way it is.
So first off, I think that Zero Suit's camping is significantly better than Wario's at the very least. Wario gets waffed, obviously, but Zero Suit is so much harder to hit than Wario that, like, her camping itself is so good because of just her speed. Honestly, I think that Zero Suit's camping is better than Snake's too, but that's also because I'm really good versus Snake, so I don't exactly know, you know, like, that can go here or there because obviously Snake's strength is his camping and his, like, burst options and stuff like that. But I think Zero Suit's camping is one of the best, if not the best in the game.
Her best thing is running away and throwing hitboxes at you. So what do? You shield. You like any intelligent person, you shield.
Okay, that one's fair.
What do? I grab you. I got 11 damage. Alright. That's it.
That is not true. That is not all you get when you get grabbed by Zero Suit. In terms of combos, yeah, it is. But, again, a lot of the times, and I think he mentioned this a little later, when you are trying to avoid Zero Suit grab because you're, like, shielding and then they go for grab, you try to spot dodge it, right? So you're holding down for spot dodge. So when you get forward throwed, if you are over 30%, you now are in a tech chase situation where you can either get grabbed again, nair flip kicked, nair back aired, down smashed, all the fun stuff that Mars gets on literally every single person. In theory, could you DI up on all the forward throws? Yes, but then you're taking the forward throws and are still in disadvantage versus Zero Suit, and then she can always whiff punish your landings or just punish your landings in general if you DI up and you're trying to land against her with grab and then do the same thing. Like, you're still in advantage. It's not just 11%. Like, throwing someone off stage and, you know, even if you're not going to edge guard them isn't just getting them off stage, so.
I got 11 damage. Let's do the interaction again. Alright.
Like, this is straight up wrong.
I grabbed you again. Okay. You took another 11. Okay. Now let's do that interaction again. I whiffed the grab this time because you saw it coming. Because it's the counterplay. You get your combo starter. You could be characters down here and you'll get like 50 off your combo starter. So now you've lapped me in damage. In fact, you've multiplied my damage. So now I'm like, okay, well, let's don't grab. Let's use our safe shield pressure because Nair is extremely good. It is one of her best moves.
This is true.
Probably like her best move. You usually cannot punish it, even on parry with Nair. So naturally, ZSS is now gonna opt for shield pressure and not grab. I'm already fighting to win interactions where I'm not doing a whole lot of damage. Well, like the biggest combo I can get is like 35. And remember, like I said, these characters are doing like 50 without even thinking twice.
That one's true. Zero Suit, compared to especially a lot of the top tiers, I guess except for Lucina, actually doesn't do a lot of damage. Like, her moves generally don't do that much damage. But also, like, Nair, up smash, up air is a really good combo starter, especially, again, considering the damage to how good your neutral is ratio is still very, very high, because her neutral is arguably better than almost every top tier.
She can't keep up with a lot of the damage, and a lot of these characters also have contesting hitboxes, like that can like come down and trade with me while I'm trying to juggle and get my damage. Because I'm trying to maximize the amount of damage that I'm dealing, and I'm just trading now, which it's hard not to do. It's not like I'm openly trying to trade. It's really hard to space these things.
That part's true, honestly. I think that is very valid. It is easy to trade with Zero Suit. However, Mars doesn't, like, just try to up air people. Mars doesn't just only try to juggle them, because what he does is he ends up hitting people in the air and then punishing their landings with either dash attack or grab. And those are going to mostly be how he keeps advantage, because again, if you are getting grabbed at center stage and getting forward throw, now you're at the ledge where you get nair back aired or nair flip kicked. If you get dash attack, now you're back in the air, she can still attempt to juggle you or whiff punish with like a side B or again a grab if you're landing. Like, a lot of her game isn't all the way in the air, it is on the ground whiff punishing you because her grab is this big.
As one of the most defensive characters in the game, I have to put myself in the corner as a lightweight, which sucks, which means I'm gonna die mad early. Because that's like one of her best spots is fighting out of the corner, because she's kind of explosive, but
that's true.
Explosive in her burst options, not her damage output, you know what I mean? So...
Not her damage output, but she also kills you at 40 with Nair. What? Like, you don't need to do a ton of damage if you're killing some of the earliest in the game.
All of her mileage comes from mistakes.
It's not a mistake to do an aerial on the ground. Like, I know specifically from playing Mars, in a matchup that Pika wins, and I'm not going to disagree that Pika wins, there are so many times where I will... Like, I can't really T-Jolt in the matchup because he can flip jump me for it on reaction and hit me for it. So I can't really T-Jolt that much. So then, or unless I give up all the stage, which is getting put in the corner against Zero Suit, which he ends up mentioning later is bad, because obviously you're going to die really early. So I either put myself in a bad position, or I don't use T-Jolts and try to play the normal game, in which case I run and throw out an aerial, like basically every single character does in this game, between Joker Nair, Pika, Forward Air, Wario Nair, Palu Nair, Peach Float, Wolf kind of stays on the ground actually, but like sword characters, like mostly everyone's gonna jump at you and try to do aerials, right? Like that's mostly how people play neutral. And then she just pivot grabs you and back throws you, and now you're at the ledge the other way, and now she is in her best position. So it's not just a mistake to attempt to hit Zero Suit, unless the way to beat Zero Suit is to do nothing, but I don't agree with that, because she will chip at you with Zairs and side Bs, have a lead, and then you have to fight her, in which case she still whiff punishes you.
If you think about, like, the early stocks that I get should not happen. Like, if you are not playing center stage against Zero Suit Samus, then what are you doing? Like, why are you voluntarily putting yourself in the corner where I can literally kill you at 40?
That's true. This is true. But what he's not kind of talking about is the fact that Zero Suit has ways to put you in the corner. Because first off, she's fast. So at the beginning of the game, against most characters, she can at least either run forward and like shield or try to play neutral that way, or she can just go jump forward Zair, and she's immediately going to have relatively center stage. If the Zair hits, she gets dash attack, or I think you can get forward air on certain characters. And again, if you are playing kind of in the center and you get grabbed by Zero Suit, which is what he said to do, because like the opponent wants to shield and Zero Suit wants to grab, because obviously you don't want to get hit by Zero Suit's aerials and her grab is kind of slow and it doesn't lead to much in terms of guaranteed damage. Then you get back thrown and now you're off stage. Not that you're going to get back throw flip kick, that's not real, but you're going to get back thrown, now you're at the ledge and playing from the corner. Or they forward throw you, and if you're not at 0, if you're at like 20 or 30, it will put you in a tech chase situation which potentially kills you. Or you're just at the ledge, which, as he mentioned, is bad. So you can't just play center against Zero Suit. She's too fast and has too many good hitboxes, and her grab is too good in terms of positioning for that to really work.
Or you were trying to bait me, in which you probably still lost. The counterplay is so apparent, and people just openly don't do it. And that's why people think ZSS is so good. Like, I'm not saying she isn't good. Obviously, she's this high on the tier list. She could still invalidate a lot of characters. Like, the stubby characters, she doesn't care about any of that stuff. Like, if you're slow, she doesn't care. She's going to put you in your place. She's going to outrun you. She's going to whittle you down. But you still have a chance to call out any of my options, because whether I like it or not, we're going to have a lot of neutral interactions.
He mentions that there's going to be a lot of neutral interactions, which is true in theory, right? Like, Zero Suit doesn't kill you off of a hit unless you get like a specific combo or specific confirm. But also the reason you play neutral so much as Zero Suit and why she's so good, because her neutral is amazing, which he mentions later, is because she has arguably the best disadvantage state in the game because of flip jump. So when you get, like, unless you have a guaranteed combo versus Zero Suit, she's gonna get out. It is so difficult to punish no flip jump and flip jump at the same time. And if you don't try to go for the flip jump punish, now she has center stage and can play to her strengths and kill you earlier, because now she's in center and you are kind of at the corner, at least like in the, you know, outside fourth of the stage, like 25%. So yeah, you're gonna be playing neutral a lot because you can't actually keep Zero Suit in disadvantage because she has down B, and if you somehow punish down B and up air her, then she just down airs to the floor, gets hit a single time, and then has her down B again, which is one of the best disadvantages in the entire game.
And like, if you also have to take into account like human stuff. Like, I'm gonna take damage, I'm gonna slip up, you're gonna call out one of my options and you're gonna hit me. Even it doesn't matter if you're any of these characters. Like, I'm gonna whiff a grab against Incineroar, and this dude's gonna like grab down, throw back air. I'm at what, like 25, 30? That's fine, but that's why he's a low tier.
So we're going to be human and sometimes hit Zero Suit, even though it's not going to be for big confirms, because realistically you can't confirm against Zero Suit that hard, because especially she's thin, so she gets out a lot of combos. But we're supposed to always play center stage and react to grab. And trust me, I'm someone that, especially in Smash 4, I literally, especially because power shielding is easier than parrying, I was like, yeah, just shield when Zero Suit jumps and react to grab and spot dodge, and I'm someone that believes in that, and I still believe in that in this game. But the problem is, one, her grab is way less, has way less end lag, so the punishes aren't as big. They're big, but they're not, charge forward smash big. Like, a Zero Suit couldn't grab a Bowser at 30% because if they spot dodged it, they went charge forward smash and hit her and she died. That doesn't happen in this game. It has much less lag. But either way, if you're not going to be perfect, Zero Suit's not going to be perfect is getting hit once or twice. The opponent's not playing perfect is going to get nair flip kicked or nair forward aired off stage and then be in a terrible position where Zero Suit can just kind of cover a bunch of options. So if you're going to give the it's human category, Zero Suit definitely gains more of that than most characters. Not necessarily the best characters in the game. I'm not saying she's top 3 or top 5, but she's clearly, in my opinion, at the very least top 7, 8.
It's hard to coherently say why I think she's not S tier.
Because she's S tier.
Same with like boost kick killing that early, only on the ledge, dude. I'm only killing you at 70, 80, like if you got downbeat in the corner.
Or if you got put in the corner or had to run away from Zero Suit because you were scared or attempted to whiff punish a grab and then she didn't grab like Mars says to do, and then you try to hit her shield with anything that's -4 or more, which is the majority of the moves in this game, and then you get upbeat out of shield and die.
That's your fault, You slipped up. You put yourself in the corner like an idiot.
God forbid you try to push advantage against Zero Suit ever. And try to commit sometimes into the corner to pressure her on the ledge or off stage. If you do that, you're wrong, though. And you should only play neutral, even though she has one of the best neutrals in the entire game.
Play center stage, you wanted to play aggressive, and you got sick of me, chilling in the corner. Everyone has options for me chilling in the corner.
That is not true. That is literally not true. What can most characters do against her chilling in the corner besides try to throw hitboxes out? Which is exactly what he said not to do. What? No. There are characters that do have options when she's in the corner. You have Joker, who can kind of pressure in front of her with back airs. You have Shulk that can do forward air because it's huge. There are characters that can pressure that space. But for the most part, that is literally not true. And if she does short hop in place Zaire, and she hits you with it, now suddenly she has to confirm and at the very least center stage. And she's, or at the very, very least, getting percent. Which if she slowly gets more percent, then you have to approach her. And then she spot dodges your grab attempt and then upbeats you the other way and kills you.
They got projectiles, You
can't just spam projectiles against Zero Suit because she has down B kick. If you are Wolf, if Zero Suit's chilling in the corner and you are Wolf, you are getting down B. I'm just looking at the top tiers. If you auto reticle, you're getting down B. If you, as Peach, pluck turnip, you're getting down B. Joker side B, you're probably getting down B. Maybe like Rob Gyro. Yeah, that's pretty good. Pac-Man charge fruit. Young Link arrow. There are characters that can shoot projectiles and not get punished for it, but if she's chilling in the corner and then you do some projectile, most projectiles in the game aren't incredibly fast, so you get punished for it. Or at the very least you lose center stage because then she dashes forward and shields and now she's in the center, or at the very least closer towards the center, and then she plays the game she wants to.
They got their large disjoints, they can just parry.
Yeah, parry the -2 Zaire.
I think she has some DLC moves, but they're all situational. Think about a situation where I'm going to flip kick, and now think about what I'm going to do if I don't flip kick. It's probably nothing. If you think real long and hard about it, if I'm going off stage, the only thing I can do aside from flip kick is not flip kick. So if you just cover my best option, I can't punish you for it.
So if you cover her best option, as someone that is very, very good at punishing Zero Suit's down B, I love covering Zero Suit down B. I do it all the time when I'm playing against Zero Suit. But if you miss, or if you go for it and they don't do it, then they tether to the ledge and then get off of the ledge for free because it's Zero Suit Samus. Granted, less free than pre-patch, or pre, I guess 7.0 patch, because her down B berry is a little bit worse. But she still gets off of the ledge one of the best in the game, especially because she has the option of instant down B, ledge jump down B, ledge jump down air, and then of course like neutral get up roll, get up attack and stuff like that. Like it is so hard to punish her on the ledge. So it's not just, oh well yeah, if you flip jump, or if you don't flip jump and you went for the flip jump punish, you're going to be able to be fine. It's like, no, then you get rid of your advantage state versus this character that you're always constantly trying to hit because she's so evasive. So it's not that simple. Like, he's very much understating how annoying it is to play Zero Suit because it's so hard to hit her constantly. And it's annoying. The only reason it's annoying is because he's very aware that being hard to hit is a very important aspect, because he talks about it later, or I guess earlier in the video, with Pikachu and Joker specifically. Zero Suit is up there, to me, of those characters that are just like, oh my god, how do I hit this character? Like, they're the top 3 characters that are the most difficult to hit. Maybe like Sonic as well, but Sonic's a little different.
People just overvalue these moves and think it's broken.
Because it's broken. Flip jump's the best move in the game.
But they don't think about just day 1 basic counterplay. And they commit to playing more neutral with me, which I don't mind. I have to have a really good neutral. If I'm gonna make it past round 5 in these tournaments, round 4 in these tournaments, I have to have a really good neutral. So trust me, every single time somebody disengages with me after being in advantage state, thank you. Thank you so much. You gave the character with one of the best neutrals in the game a chance to play neutral. Why did you do that?
He just mentioned earlier, right, that you can't overcommit against Zero Suit because you're putting yourself in the corner, which is where she wants you to be. So then you have to not push in the corner, which allows her to get back to the corner and can play neutral in the corner, which is what she's good at. So you can't press advantage because there's flip, like in order to press advantage versus Zero Suit, you have to call out flip jumps or not, which are entirely different spaces. If you're wrong if you're right, you barely get anything because then she just downers to the floor. If you are wrong, she gets back to playing neutral, which, as he just said, is one of the best neutrals in the game. So you have to simultaneously commit to play advantage versus her, but you can't because flip jump's really good, or you have to guess flip jump versus no flip jump, which they can constantly just react to where you are and what you guess for. And then if you're wrong, you play neutral with one of the best neutral characters in the game. That's why she's good. He literally contradicted himself, which is fine because he's viewing it from certain perspectives at, different times. But like, he just did it. You know what I'm saying?
I could go on this rant for a very long time, but I think that was the best note to end it on, is that people just give ZSS too much.
So did that make sense to y'all? Mars literally said, over the course of this video, you need to press really hard advantage versus her because her neutral is one of the best in the games and one of the safest and just really, really strong. However, her damage output isn't that good. And again, that I will agree with. Her damage output, especially me playing a bunch of different characters, whether it's Min Min or Pika or, Shulk or Palu, like, her damage output is lackluster compared to a lot of those characters. Granted, she kills you really early to make up for it, but as he said, she only kills you really early in the corner, which is true. She has many ways to get you in that corner though, whether it's you tried to play aggressive against her and push her disadvantage because you didn't want to continue playing neutral because you lost neutral 5 times, and then she flip jumps to the other side of the stage and now you're in the corner trying to fight out of it against Zero Suit, which is very difficult. Or you are playing the neutral properly and shielding a lot and playing that game and you're in center stage and then she grabs you with her giant grab and back throws you off stage, in which case now you're in the corner and she's not. You can't always play center versus this character, and it is so hard to constantly position yourself correctly because she has some of the best positional tools in the entire game. She has flip jump, she's so fast, her jumps are so good, and if you ever give her a little bit of space, like just a little bit, then she just does jump forward Zair and takes all of it. Like all that she wants. So it's not that simple to just play correctly. And I have quick attack. I can whiff punish almost anything in the entire game. And I'm fast, and I have crazy confirms, and Pikachu and certain other characters are very good at doing what he's saying. Like, as I mentioned a couple, when I did my tier list, Wolf is very good at doing that. Shulk is very good at doing that. But 3 or 5 characters being able to do it doesn't make Zero Suit suck. It just means those matchups aren't great, which is not the same thing. Did that make sense? Did all that make sense? His reasoning for why Zero Suit isn't as good as people think she is. Like, Japan still thinks Zero Suit's like top 2 or 3 because her neutral is so good and her disadvantage is so good, and then she can randomly kill you.